Coming up next, an exclusive interview with award-winning actress Kristin Chenoweth, who's helping young performers shine in the spotlight.
We're seeing kids' dreams come true.
And how a tragedy that happened during Kristin's childhood prompted the star to advocate for hope. Welcome to The Advocates. I'm Sonia Baghdadi. You can find aspiring Broadway stars in London, New York, and LA, but you may also find them in the small town of Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. That's the home of award-winning actress Kristin Chenoweth's Broadway boot camp. I sat down with the performer who shared her inspirational story at the New York Marriott Marquis Hotel. Kristin Chenoweth is a Tony-winning star of the stage, an Emmy-winning actress on TV, and a Grammy-winning educator. The Recording Academy honored Kristin for her philanthropic work, which all started in a theater named after the superstar in Oklahoma. What does it mean to you to have it located there?
Well, growing up in Broken Arrow, which is right outside Tulsa, for those people that know, we didn't have a theater. So when they decided to build the Performing Arts Center, they called me and said, we'd like to name the theater after you. I said, I'm far too young. They said, you're not. And I was like, no. But my dad, really challenged me when we saw the name get put up on the wall, side of the building. He said, what are you going to do with this?
Her answer was almost immediate. She wanted to build a camp for kids to study the performing arts. The Broadway boot camp.
Yeah.
That's how you started
Broadway boot camp. Every July, we have a big camp. I have kids from all over the world auditioning and coming. We have so many kids audition that are so talented. It's not a participation award camp.
You have to earn your spot there.
You have to earn your spot. And you still earn your spot after you get in. We have auditions for different solos and different plays, and it's really for kids who want to do it.
And they really are doing it. In Kristin's Broadway show, The Queen of Versailles, one of her co-stars is a former camper who Kristin discovered at her boot camp.
There was a role available that one of my former campers would have been perfect for. And I didn't want to hand it to her. That's not how I work. You have to earn it. But I knew Stephen Schwartz, the composer, was coming to my concert. I was giving a concert in New Jersey, so I had Tatum, that's her name, Tatum Hopkins, come and sing her solo. I said, you want to come sing a solo? Not telling either of them my wish, my secret wish. And she sang from Little Shop of Horrors, and after the show, Stephen Schwartz comes back. He didn't say, good job, Kristin, or wow, you sound great. He said, who's the kid? He said, she's one of my campers. So Tatum Hopkins will be making her Broadway debut with me and my show, and she earned it fair and square.
What does that full circle moment mean to you?
Everything.
Yeah.
Truly everything. It means that the hard work that I asked me and my staff to do is paying off. We are seeing the fruits of our labor, and we are seeing kids' dreams come true.
It's no surprise former campers are finding success after being trained by some of Broadway's best. Kristin invites colleagues and peers to be teachers like Tony winners Kelly O'Hara and Faith Prince. Do you see a big difference in these campers from when they start to when the camp ends?
What I mainly see is a confidence. One of the things that we really teach is grace with yourself, humility, and lifting each other up. That makes for a good teammate. Mm-hmm. And of course, everybody wants their star turn, right? Even I do. But I have to learn, and I have learned, to play well with other people in the sandbox. That's a big, big thing with me.
And some campers who don't end up on Broadway flourish in other areas.
A young lady walked up to me. I was at Starbucks in the airport. This was just maybe a year or two ago. And she was in her security uniform. She said, I was in your very first year of boot camp. I'm from Oklahoma. I said, oh my gosh. And then she told me who she was, and I vaguely remembered it because, it was now 10 years. I said, are you still singing? And she goes, I am still singing. But everything that was taught to me about going for your dream and finding your original passion, which is a big theme for us at camp, she said, I found my passion, and now I want to be a cop. And I got my security card certificate, and next up is being a cop. And she goes, but I met my people there, and I learned so much about working as a team and lifting each other up and training and discipline. And honestly, out of everything I've ever heard about camp, that is my favorite feedback.
Arts education is something that you're extremely passionate about, obviously. Why is that something that you advocate for?
I advocate it because not everybody plays sports. Not everybody's going to be an accountant. There are those of us in this world who are going to change the world through our art. Arts have the power to change lives. I have seen kids walk in from abusive families. I work with autistic and kids on the spectrum in my camp who are incredibly special. And we work around what their abilities are to make them the best that they are. They're not handed a free ticket, but I want to prepare them for life, real life. I do a lot of great things in my life. I'm lucky. I'm blessed. I work hard. I've sacrificed a lot. Having my own family, for example. I didn't understand why that was never so important for me, and I think I do now. I think God went, hey, you are going to have kids.
Yeah.
You're going to be a mother in a different way.
She's so remarkable. And coming up next, part 2 of my exclusive interview with Kristin Chenoweth, how a tragedy that made national headlines prompted the performer to advocate for hope.
And my little mind at that age, I knew, like, take your chances when you get them. Work hard. Do your thing you love.
The Advocate celebrates resilience.
Everyone's beautiful in their own way.
Community.
We set aside all of our differences. None of that mattered during these moments.
Hope.
I think it just makes them feel different in a more positive way.
Don't give up.
And inspiration.
The truth of the matter is, you were born to stand out.
For more stories, go to our website, theadvocatesOn.com. Follow us on social media. Our handle is theadvocatesOn. Welcome back to The Advocates and part 2 of our exclusive interview with Kristin Chenoweth. The award-winning actress tells us how a horrific crime that happened when she was a child played a pivotal role in her future ambitions and her determination to advocate for hope.
This is a story I wish I never had to tell. It haunts me every day. But this story, it needs to be told.
The haunting story is revealed in a Hulu ABC News documentary series.
When Hulu came to me and said, we want you to do this documentary, I said, do y'all know that I was supposed to be on the trip? And they flipped out.
The trip was to a Girl Scout camp.
3 Girl Scouts aged 8, 9, and 10 were discovered today in Locust Grove, Oklahoma.
I remember I should have been on that trip, but I had gotten sick, and Mom said, you can't go. It has stuck with me my whole life. I could have been one of them. I never once thought anything bad could happen, but I came to learn what murder was.
How would you say that whole experience impacted you in a way to what you're doing now?
I would say that experience, it's so interesting you equate this because you're not wrong. I remember my mom telling me about what happened. I was so horrified and sad and scared. Nothing like that had ever happened in our town or in Tulsa like that. I mean, that was the first time we locked our doors. And I remember thinking, it was their turn to go to heaven. None of us will ever understand that. That's for God to help us to understand. But now I'm here, okay? And I have to do something in this earth. When I think of those 3 girls, I wonder what's the best way to honor them.
Kristin says this tragedy was a turning point in her life.
And my little mind at that age, I knew, like, take your chances when you get them. Work hard. Do your thing you love.
It also inspired her to start her Broadway boot camp for young performers in Oklahoma.
I tell my kids all the time, I just wanted to be in a chorus of a Broadway show. And come to find out, when you're 4'11", and you sound like this, you're not probably going to be in the chorus very often because you're different, you're unique. So the things that made me different and unique helped me stand out. So all the things that we think are so weird about ourselves are the things that bless us.
For more information on all things Kristin Chenoweth and her Broadway boot camp, go to our website, theadvocatesOn.com, and click on FYI. Kristin was amazing to talk to, so inspirational. And for more stories, be sure to follow us on social media. Our handle is The Advocates On. Thanks so much for joining us for this episode of The Advocates.